Okay, hello. We're ITMAWE401 and we're going to discuss what is camping and what are the essential tools or important tools that you need before camping. So let's get started. First, what is camping? Kung di nyo alam, camping is an outdoor activity that involves around staying the night or over one night that has a protective shelter out in nature. Camping is a broad term, but in its essential. Camping is a way of getting away from stress or hassle in urban life, or pag kunyari is sawa ka na dito sa urban or sawa ka na dito sa cities, gusto mo lang mag-relax and all, pwede ka mag-camping. Hindi ko pa naranasan mag-camping. So I'm done. My classmates will discuss what tools or essential tools that you need for camping. So let's get started. Next.
A tent is essentially a shelter for campers that is easily built depending on the type of tent a camper plans to build for their camping. Tents are usually made of fabric sheets that is attached to a frame for the shape and stability. Smaller tents are usually done easily and only needs to be attached from the ground itself, as larger tents usually needs anchors using ropes attached to stakes or pegs.
Fire. It is a chemical reaction of both heat and light which resulted in flames and burning. There are three elements to form a fire. First is oxygen. Next is heat. Heat is energy that will increase the temperature for ignition of fuel. And fuel, it is any flammable material which includes any solid, liquid, or gas material. It is used in camping as a light and heat source, to cook food, and to ward off insects with its smoke.
Compass and maps. Compass is a tool for locating directions. The compass' sole purpose is to always tell us which direction we are traveling in, preventing us from being lost. When using a compass, having written direction makes everything a lot easier for campers. Maps. Map is an image or a chart that shows us the features of an area. It will allow you to determine how far you've traveled and, more importantly, how much farther you'll have to travel to reach the campsite.
Did you know that water bottle is important at camping? A water bottle serves as a camper storage for any liquid to be used in a camping, especially water. Even in our campground, a water container allows us to more easily store water at our campsite. This cuts down on the number of trips we need to take to get to water spigot and reduces our need for disposable water bottles, which aren't needed and good for the environment.
Headlamp. A headlamp or headlight is a light source worn on the head for activities such as caving, navigation, hiking, skiing, traveling, camping, mountaineering, or mountain biking that take place at a night or in dim light. Adventure races can also benefit from headlights, and that's all.
Moleskin. What is moleskin used for camping? Moleskin is a kind of medical equipment and is used for who have blisters and asthmas on their feet by protecting their foot by friction and pressure inside shoes. So we can use this moleskin to protect their blisters and asthma so they can para maiwasan yung mga sakit. So this is example moleskin. Put in their feet like that. That's it.
Today, tuturo sa inyo kung ano ang anti-inflammatory drugs or NSAIDs. Ang reason bakit ito kailangan tuwing nagka-camping kayo is para pag nabali nyo aksidente yung na-spray nyo yung braso nyo or sumakit ang ulo nyo or whatever, pag ininom nyo yun, ibablock niya ang prostaglandins na substance na ginagamit pang sensitize ng mga nerve endings at nagpapabigat ng sakit tuwing may inflammation. Kaya pag uminom kang ganon, madidesensitize siya and hindi mo masyadong mararamdaman yung sakit. Kailangan to pa nag-camping kasi malay mo ba bigla ka na ng matatapilok at ma-spray mo ang binti mo. Pag nangyari yun, oh my goodness, grabe ang sakit nun.
Sterile gauze. A dressing is used to protect a wound and prevent infection, but also to allow healing. A dressing should be large enough to totally cover the wound, with a safety margin of about 2.5 cm on all sides behind the wound. A sterile gauze may be used to control bleeding from a major wound or to absorb any discharge from a minor wound. And that's all.
In an emergency situation, you may need to act quickly, so it's important that you're familiar with your first aid kit to know what to use for different injuries. First thing that you'll need is plasters. It is for small cuts and breaks. A wound dressing. It is a sterile pad attached to a bandage. There are for larger cuts to apply pressure to stop the bleeding. They're easy and quick to apply in an emergency. Next is roller bandages are long, thin bandages rolled up. They are used to hold dressings in place to apply pressure and stop the bleeding. You can also use them to hold ice packs in place to reduce the swelling. A triangular bandage is a regular triangular shaped piece of cloth. It can be used as a bandage. Also, it can be used as a dressing if it's sterile to cover a large wound or burn. Disposable gloves reduce the risk of infection between you and the casualty. Always wear them if you have them when dressing a wound. Also, use them when you're dealing with any bodily fluid or waste. Face shields or pocket masks can be used to reduce infection when giving rescue breaths. Alcohol-free cleansing wipes are used to clean the skin around the wound. Gauze swabs can be used as dressings, padding, or swabs to clean around the wound. Sticky or adhesive tape is used to hold dressings in place or to secure the loose ends of bandages. Scissors are used to cut somebody's clothing so that you can get to the wound. They can also be used to cut sticky tape to the required length. Some other common items that might be useful are cling film or clean plastic bags for dressing burns and scalds. Use alcohol to clean your hands if you don't have any water. A blanket, survival bag, torch, and whistle are useful for helping people outdoors. So, remember, make sure you have a first aid kit and make sure you know how to use it.
Duct tape. Duct tape is now the go-to product for quick fixes and long-lasting repairs on our camping trips, such as easily fixing our tent and many more. In the use of duct tape, you are able to repair shattered pieces of fabric in your tent. More importantly, it is sticky enough to remove splinters from your fingers.
Tweezers are small hand tools used for grasping objects too small to be easily handled with the human fingers. Tweezers are thumb-driven forceps, most likely derived from tongs used to grab or hold hot objects since the dawn of recorded history. And that's all.
Safety pins. It is commonly used to fasten a cloth or pieces of fabric together. A safety pin have a spring and a clasp to form a closed loop to fasten the fabric or cloth and to cover the sharp point of the pin to protect the user. It is used in camping for repairing gears, to secure bandages together, to dig or remove splinters or remove any foreign object that is in the skin, to temporarily repair any ripped or damaged part of the cloth.
Waterproof matches are special matchsticks that are made with special chemicals that allows the match to light up even if the match got wet. This is absolutely necessary as a camper might not know when they need a reliable source of fire in certain situations during a camping trip, even if they are near civilization or especially when they are out in the wild.
So my topic is needle with thread. What is needle with thread using for camping? Needle with thread is used na pwede po siyang ipatahi ng mga sira ng damit or mga ibang klase ng gear na galing sa camping. Or pwede po siya gamitin po ito sa medical equipment for those na may open wounds sa mga katawan niyo po. Pwede po siya gamitin itong pang sarado ng wounds niyo po. If may sugat po kayo na open wounds, pwede po siya itahin ng skin ng katawan niyo para para ma-close yung sugat niyo at ma-safe po siya. And also, pwede po siya gamitin yung like ibang klase mga ginagamit for camping.
Congratulations! You made it till the end! We are ITMAWE401. Thank you for watching, and goodbye!